What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Whole Show with your boy Howard. Listen, so I know that y'all have been bugging me about checking out the live that Trina and Frenn did with their little clips and cocktails from each episode review or whatever. And I hadn't done the one from episode 7. So I was like, since I was up working on my last video, I was like, I might as well go ahead and just get into it because so many people have been telling me I need to watch it. And I've really been avoiding watching it because I don't know, it kind of wears me out seeing Trina allow herself to be treated like that with Frenn. It's just like, I just don't like seeing it. I don't like no man treating a woman like that. I just don't. Y'all know how I feel about my black women. I just don't. But I did sit down and I watched it. And I'm gonna be so honest with y'all. From the beginning of the video, it didn't take a good 2 minutes before Frenn ran me hot, and we about to get into it. And I got a couple of clips from it. We're gonna break down from that. But we about to get into this because Frenn definitely has a problem. As I always say, if you are new here, kick off your shoes and get comfortable because we is family. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Also, make sure you have your notifications turned on so you can be notified whenever I drop another banger like this. And without further ado, y'all ready? Let's get it.
Yes, I'm jaded. Most of the things I don't wanna say. I won't be around while you chase.
Okay, so we get straight into it. So in the beginning of the clip, the reason why I say that it did not take Frenn 2 minutes to run me hot is because in the beginning of the clip, they are talking about the photo shoot. What Trina is talking about the photo shoot, and she's expressing how, you know, how they miss Traci, how Traci was usually the one that acted, you know, crazy and kept them laughing. She be doing something crazy. And Fren's response immediately in reference to Traci was calling Traci obnoxious. Like, I don't listen to me when I tell y'all, I didn't even understand what would make him even say something like that. I don't understand for the life of me what would make that man say something like that to her sister. Like, I could see if this is something that you express to something like a homeboy or something, that, but you saying this directly to her sister is crazy to me. That is just I want y'all to listen to it so y'all can understand why this ran me hot.
Traci was definitely missing. And it was way more drab than normal because Traci's usually telling jokes, floating around, having a good time.
Yeah,
not obnoxious is not the right word. Traci was just
around me. She was obnoxious.
That was her Traciarization. That was her Traciness. Welcome to our TikTokers.
Headlocks.
Well, Traci put you in the headlock, and it hurt. And you were like, "All right."
I was surprised. I was very surprised. She was always obnoxious.
Yes.
Listen. For starters, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be listen, and I'm a blunt person. You know, like, I'm one of them people that I don't really bite my tongue. I can be like, my delivery can be harsh, but one thing I'm not gonna do is try to just be completely disrespectful and hurt somebody. Like, I'm sorry. That was not something to say. Even if you felt like that was not something to say to her sister. To me, I'm not gonna lie, that to me, that just came out very disrespectful and rude. It just was, I was blown away by him. I think I was more so blown away at the audacity. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the audacity for me that's kind of throwing me, that the fact that you would literally say something about this girl to her sister. This girl is deceased. And that she's speaking in referencing to them missing Traci in that moment because she was the one that kind of gave them their laughs and dick. And you literally are saying something that's actually not a good thing. It actually sounds horrible. It almost sounds like she was just an unpleasant person to be around. For you to say that she's obnoxious, I mean, that's just being honest. That's what it sounds like. So why, if you hear your wife expressing missing her sister in the moment and being reminded that the laughs and the joking and stuff that she did that would usually keep them happy and, you know, like in a good mood around stuff like these, like the photo shoot, what would make you want to say that? I don't know. I don't know. He has a problem. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. In that moment, I think I realized that think I dislike him more than I do Kevin Sr. You know what I'm saying? I'm like listening to this. I'm like, oh, he done lost his damn mind. Like, is you crazy? Like, let's be very clear. How do y'all think the rest of them sisters and Miss E and Michael Sr. would have responded had they been in the room and that man said something like that? Dude, what is wrong with you? And I guess times like this is what makes me mad at Trina. Because, baby, you got to learn to stand up not only for yourself, but especially when you know, we speaking in reference to your deceased sister who y'all claim y'all miss so much. Like, that was just completely disrespectful. I feel like I wasn't the only one that took that as a low blow. Like, damn, I seen somebody on that video in the comments was like, did he just call her sister obnoxious? Like, why? Like, the audacity for me, I cannot believe that is a rude Mr. Belvedere mixed with Booker from Good Times looking ass man. He is. And that's my thing. You ain't even shaking the room like that, Von. You and all them damn kids you got, all y'all got raccoon eyes. All y'all. Your kids look like they 57, 60, and 61. I'm talking about them 3 boys. They look like they are 57, 60, and 61. All because of you and them damn 2 black eyes you got that you passed on down to them. And they in their 20s. And they look like they 57, 63, and 61. They do. They do. And then they got a white mama, so you already know, baby, they gonna age like spoiled milk. So you, and that's probably why. Because your spirit, Von, is just nasty. Like, that is just a really rude thing to say. I don't care what nobody say. Even if you feel like that, when speaking to the dead, there's a level of respect we gotta have. So I guess that's my thing. Like, where is the respect? Because it feels like there isn't none. It's almost as if you could care less how she took it. You just was going to say it. That was just so rude. And Trina, I'm going to need you to stand up for yourself and for your sister. Like, I'm sorry. You're going to have to stand up, baby. And if you're in a relationship with a man that has you that scared, you need to go. You need to go. Run. You need to go. That ran me hot. Ain't gonna lie, that ran me hot. I just could not believe that man came out of his mouth and said something like that. Like, he really did. That is, woo. Couldn't have been me, baby. Could not have been me. Baby, that whole house would have went up in flames. Do you hear me? The whole house would have went up in flames, baby. I'm not playing with you. Like, baby, you are gonna respect me. And especially loved ones of mine that deceased that I love dear. You're not going to get away with that. You're not going to get away with that. I would have reached out and touched Von like AT&T. I'm not lying to you. I would have reached out and I would have reached out and touched that man. Like Diana Ross was singing with Michael Jackson. Somebody's... I just thank the Lord that he don't put me in situations like that, because he knows that I'm not strong enough to restrain, to have it together, because I would have lost it on him. I would have lost it on him. Trina, if you don't do nothing else, stand up. So then, while they're going through the video and different things or whatever, somebody comments, I guess, on their YouTube and states, basically asking why you and Tawanda leaked that tape. That sent Trina over the edge, baby. She was hot behind that. Okay. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let y'all see the clip to see what her response was. And then I'm going to give y'all my honest response from that. All right.
I did not leak it. And I know for a fact Tawanda didn't leak it. As a matter of fact, when I was talking about a video, it was a completely different video.
She wasn't talking about that one.
I wasn't talking about that one. I was not talking about that one. That shocked me. Just like it shocked everyone else.
Yeah.
Did I know about it? Yes, I knew about it. Because it just happened a couple weeks ago. But I did not release that. No one in our family released that, because we were trying to protect little Kevin. Because as a matter of fact, the video that I have, the video that we have, had nothing to do with little Kevin.
Nothing.
He had absolutely nothing to do with it. Zero. I'm just as perplexed. I don't know how many people have that video that's circulating.
Well, first off, it came off a Ring camera.
Yeah. So, I mean, because you can timestamp that and see when it was.
Yeah. But we
didn't have anything to do with that.
The person whose Ring camera that was,
yeah,
it has the date and time.
Yeah.
It keeps it running a running time for, in the event of it being a crime being committed.
Absolutely.
So that's silliness. But I want to say this.
My honest opinion, my honest, unbiased opinion, because y'all know I have to be one of the most unbiased people on here when it comes to opinions on all of this, because I read them out. I ain't none of them been safe with me. If y'all done heard, I ain't defended. I done read them all at different times. Do you hear me? My honest opinion, though, I do not feel like they leaked that. I don't. As much as I feel like I get so mad at them every time I watch an episode of this season, because just the way that it comes off real phony, I don't believe that they are snakes like that would have to stoop that low and play them type of childish games. I don't think so. That's me personally. I don't think Hud's one that leaked it. I don't think any of them leaked it, to be honest with you. I don't. However, what I do feel like is, like Vaughn said on that's a Ring camera. So I didn't see, that's the part where I didn't agree with people were saying it was somebody recording that because the camera moved. Like, I mean, come on now, y'all. Like, that don't sound a little crazy to y'all that they would be in a home and somebody is recording with a phone and they actually, like, that don't seem weird to y'all? Like, I don't think that they would be living in the hood somewhere like that. That give me hood. Not saying I feel like they living in a gated community, like they got a bunch of money, but it just don't give me they living somewhere out in the open in the hood like that, where some people can be ducked off, hide, and record. It just don't give me, and it don't give me that Tawanda and Trina them would do that kind of stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, they have got on our nerves with how they feel, but them still are the Braxtons. They do have, I would give it to them, they do have some class and decorum about themselves. They don't give me they gonna just do no hood ghetto stuff. Like, they just don't give me they gonna do that. I don't get that. I don't get that. So when she said that her and Tawanda didn't do, I didn't get that. I agree. I didn't get that. I think whoever home they was at, wherever they was at, that's what we was saying to us that was on the live that night. It looked like it's a Ring camera. Like, it looked like it's a camera. That's a surveillance record. So whoever had the footage leaked that. Wherever they was at, whoever had that footage must have leaked that. I don't get that they did that though, y'all. I don't. I do not get that they did that. I just don't. That's just my opinion. I don't get that they did that. And I think that, like Trina was saying, I do agree with when she says, like, listen, like, that's not the video I was talking about. We was talking about another video. Why would we do something that would also hurt Lil Kevin? Like, I do get that. It's like, if Lil Kevin is already going through all the stuff that he's going through, we talking about this is after the show, because we go in on them based off of the show, like watching the show. But we got to remember that the show is not in present time. We in present time with the show, but the show is not in present time. The show was been filmed, so we be going in on them about the show and the way they are portraying Lil Kevin and the way this is coming out from us watching the show as viewers. But coming up to present time with them, I can understand what Trina is saying. She's like, look, Kevin is going through a lot. That's my nephew. That's our blood. He's going through a lot. So why would we leak that video when it would also affect him as much as he's already going through? I agree with that. I feel on that. That makes perfectly sense. And I don't see them doing that. I don't see them doing that. I just don't. I do think that in their minds before this show came out, I don't think that they thought that they were going to get the reaction that they're getting now. I do believe that. I do not think that they saw this coming. This reaction us as the viewers gave, I don't think that they saw that coming like that. I think that they probably thought that they was going to be depicted in a better light and it was going to make them look better. I don't think they saw that coming. But I still don't believe that they would intentionally play this type of kid game and leak this video, knowing that even if we don't like Kevin Sr., which is his dad, and don't care for him, we're going to also put his son in the way and allow him to catch this straight. Because on the cool, let's be very clear, it's embarrassing on Lil Kevin's end. That video is kind of embarrassing because it sounds like he's crying and begging. You feel sorry for him because, yeah, it's like, why would my family leak this kind of video of me sounding like this? And you can't see the full video clearly, but I was looking at the video again the other night and you can see Kevin Sr. is punching down. And they also confirmed in that Trina said in some of the words that she was like, my children have never had their body parts broken. Or then she's like, I've spanked my kids, I've whooped them, but they've never had their body parts broken or arm broken or something. So we had heard that. I don't know if everybody did, but we had heard that Kevin Sr. had, I guess, broke something on that boy. Traci would really be doing the fool right now. Traci would be doing the fool right now. If she knew any of this, like she would be doing the fool right now on Kevin Sr. I ain't even talking about her sisters on Kevin Sr. because you got to be really crazy to bring home to your son. As much as you know that your wife loved y'all son, that man is sick. I don't care what nobody say. That man is sick, and I guess like see one thing about me, if y'all notice, like I say, I love my black women. I really do. I ride hard for my black women. I don't believe in bashing black women, but there is a small percentage that gets under my skin, and I'm not even talking about just on social media. I'm talking about in the actual world, in the everyday life, when you hear these women that are always quick to believe a man and take a man's side over their child, like, or you know, like, or they'll just cater to their man over their child. Like I always have just had this thing where I can't stand it. To me, that is just so. It's just a disrespect and a slap in the face. Like, you should always be there for your kids. But anyway, the last part of, you know, the video that I saved a clip from that was interesting, I will say, where basically she was still expressing herself about the incident, what they were being accused of with leaking the footage. And she made a statement towards the end of that I 1000% agree with, that I feel like every time I say it, even in my videos, people obviously are not getting it because they still are saying the things that they're saying. So we're going to listen to this, and then I'm going to kind of say what I got to say, and then we're going to end this off.
Mm-hmm.
However, I have one more thing to say about it.
Okay.
Don't get mad at us for something that you did. We didn't do it. We didn't make that situation happen. It had absolutely nothing to do with us. And when I saw, yes. So when I saw certain comments, why did the sisters do this? Why didn't the sisters do that? Why did it even happen in the first place? Is my real question. It had nothing to do with me. It had nothing to do with Tony, Tamar, Tawanda, Mommy, Daddy, Mikey. Nothing.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with us.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I just want everyone involved to reach a result.
All right. So if y'all heard in the clip, she basically was saying she had one more thing to say, and she just was basically saying like, we didn't make the situation happen. Why did it happen? That's the part where I want to, and I'm speaking to every single person that has watched and been keeping up with all of this and that are still screaming they are Team Kevin Sr. and that the girls did this and they did that. That's why I say my opinion is always unbiased, because I can read and blast the sisters at the right time on their own. I don't have to blame him for anything that they're doing, right? Because that's what majority of y'all that are so stuck on who leaked it, that's what y'all are actually doing. I don't know if y'all realize that, but it's almost like y'all are trying to find any reason to justify his actions and place the blame on the sisters. When it, like I just said in this other video I just posted, who cares who leaked it? Who cares? Y'all care so much about who leaked it that you forget to have compassion and show empathy for Lil Kevin. He the one that looked like he getting beat up in the video, and he ain't disrespecting the man. These are Kevin Sr.'s actions. So my question to y'all that don't agree with me or other people and that agree that the sisters leaked it or whoever leaked it, my question to y'all is, why does that matter more than the act itself? I don't want to hear anything but your answer. Why does that matter? Because I'm going to give you my opinion. It does not matter. Whoever leaked the video, that does not change anything about what happened in that video. It doesn't. So it doesn't matter. And y'all, I'm trying to ask y'all because I be asking, and I know one person that I asked that just that lady kept going on, and I just kept asking her, why does it matter who leaked the video? I'm like, you focus more so on who leaked the video that you don't even care or have concern for the person that sounds like is getting mauled in the video. So I'm asking y'all, I need an answer. Why does that matter? The lady that I was going back and forth with that time, she told me when I kept asking her that, she told me, because you know it's the sisters that got something to do with this, and they trying to switch the narrative. How do they switch the narrative based off of his actions. You get what I'm saying? Like, where is the logic in that? Is there a brain up there? How are they able to switch a narrative based off of what we are seeing, and they not even in the damn video? Like, they not in the video. So how are they switching the narrative? They're not in the video. Y'all acting like they got a damn puppet in the video holding him and Kevin arms, and they dancing and doing all that like the Braxton sisters are doing that to them. That is Kevin Sr. in the video, baby. So I'm asking you again, why in the hell does who leaked it matter? Why? Why does it matter? And why can you not focus on the act itself? I'm just curious. And I know we don't all have to agree on the same thing. There's one girl that she was like, I don't agree with your opinion. She said something like she didn't agree with me. But she was like, but you know, like, keep sharing your point or whatever. And I do appreciate that, respectfully. That was sweet of her, because we can agree to disagree. But at the same time, I also don't want it to come off as I can respect someone's opinion as long as it's not a loud one or a long, because I'm a person that likes to read, and I don't mean read like talking trash to somebody, but I mean like read, like I like to read, like and sit and, you know, like analyze stuff. So when y'all reading and making y'all points, I like to go through them and kind of like dissect them, because I like to see if I can see things from y'all lenses and understand on y'all side of the fence where y'all could be coming from. And if I can, I don't have no problem saying, you know, I didn't look at it like that. You know what? That kind of do make sense. I don't mind saying that. I've done it in my videos. I've done it on my lives. I don't mind doing that. But if it sounds crazy as hell, it sounds crazy as hell. And I feel like y'all as adults that are in them comments that are steady saying that, you just sound crazy without even realizing how crazy you sound, because the topic at hand is what's happening in that video. It doesn't matter who dished the video, because had the two individuals in the video not been in the video, we would not have anything to talk about, because guess what? There would be no video. You follow what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to break this thing down to Hooked on Phonics level with y'all, to try to really understand why y'all want who leaked it to matter more than who's in it doing what they doing. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. I just don't get that about y'all. I don't get that. But in conclusion with that whole video, you know, like I said, Trina needs to run. She needs to run. Anytime a man disrespects your sister like that and she's deceased, I'm sorry, that's just crazy. He needs a good checking. I wouldn't be surprised if Miss E checked him on the phone and called him about that, because that's a crazy thing to say, is that she was obnoxious to me. Whewww Jesus, that's crazy. I also want to say this, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. There was a lady in my comment section about my last video, and she made some statements that just is triggering. I'm not saying it's triggering because it was ever done to me, because by the grace of God, my mom did not play when it comes to her kids. She don't play. Like, my mama, she is so calm, and she's, you know, she been gave her life to Christ, but even before then she wasn't wild, but my mom was. Like, she would snap on you, baby, especially when it came to her kids. So I guess that's why, because as a child, even, I think me and my siblings have witnessed parents, mothers treat their kids the way that, like, some of y'all explained, like this lady did. And so it's just triggering, because for the life of me, even watching that as a kid and growing up now, I would never understand why y'all, as, you know, like parents and mothers, would say such things like this lady said. I just feel like y'all are babying little Kevin. His dad is just trying to teach him how to be a man. He's a grown man. That's number one. And why is it that showing compassion and empathy for someone, another man, and that's what women admit, why does that have to be considered babying him? Because this is a man we're talking about. Because you wouldn't say that about a woman, a girl, you know, a young woman. So why is it because a man is being shown compassion and grace and people care? Why do y'all consider that as babying? Do you realize that saying stuff like that could internalize a lot of built up stuff and frustration that they don't understand about themselves as men, because you as their mother didn't want to love on them too much because you feel like that was considered babying them? Like, that's crazy. That's what make men feel like they shouldn't cry. Then when they go out here in the world, they're going to do stuff, crazy stuff they do to women. I will not ever understand that type of mindset, especially when you're looking at a person like Kevin Sr. You're looking at him And if you go through all of the facts and look at just pay attention to all of the red flags, you still chose to feel like everybody is babying him. I mean, literally, the women and that are mothers that think like that, y'all have no idea. If y'all have sons, y'all have no idea how much damage y'all are doing to y'all sons for making statements like that to them, making them feel like they do not have a right to be able to cry, to be able to show no level of emotion. Because baby, once they do become of age and they get out of that house with you, you're going to be the very one that they girlfriends and wives is going to be calling. And guess what? It's going to be your fault because of this. These are things that you are instilling in them, and it's playing on their mental. Not right now, but as they get older, this is going to be stuck with them. Then they're going to need to go through therapy after they've been in enough domestic violence situations with women and stuff like that because of you, mama. Like, you got to make sense, baby. That's crazy. You have no idea how many dudes, men I have been locked up with that have told me that their mothers expressed that same type of stuff to them. Like, literally. And it's always, they always end up having this level of anger, sometimes hate when it comes to their mothers, because they just don't understand why, as adults, they mom put stuff like that in their head, because it drove them to where they are now with a 35-year sentence, with a life sentence, with a 50-year sentence. You know what I'm saying? That's not teaching them to be a man, by not showing compassion and loving on them. It's not, baby, because at the end of the day, none of y'all children asked to be here. So it costs you not a damn thing to love them. I mean, fully love them. You know, like Iyanla be saying on her show to men when they be crying, lay your head on my bosom. Like, love them. Not when you come in the house, hey, okay, I love you, bye. Hey, I even had a guy one time was like, my mama, I couldn't kiss my mom on the cheek. She'd be like, go on with all that soft stuff. That's what I mean. Like, baby, y'all don't understand how crazy that is. Like, when y'all say stuff like that, and like, if that's what you consider somebody teaching another grown man how to be a man, baby, if you were going to be a father, Kevin Senior, and you were working on teaching him about how to be a man, it's not going to be when he's 28 years old. Boo. It ain't going to be when he's 28. He damn near 30. And you and you thinking that he teaching him how to be a man? You're crazy. You are crazy as hell to even say something like that. That's crazy. The teaching should have started when he was in grade school and coming up. That's where the teaching should have started at. Not this late in the game when he's already a grown man. Like, that's just so crazy to me to know and hear women express this kind of stuff. It's almost like you see all this stuff about this man. Like, listen, Traci, at the end of the day, the man is upset and got upset with his own son behind something that he had absolutely no control over. Look, Kevin had no control over that. But not one time do you stop to think, why did Traci even put her affairs in order the way that she did? Why did she leave him hanging like that? There's a reason there, babe. But instead, y'all say stuff like, oh, it don't matter. At the end of the day, that was his wife, and he could have did whatever he wanted to. And no. Just because she was your wife does not mean you can do whatever you want to. And Traci showed him that in her last dying days, all the way to her being in that urn. That, baby, even when I'm not here, even when I'm only around in the spiritual realm, you will not do whatever you want to do with what's mine. And she showed him. I don't get how y'all don't even break that down and think that's common sense that y'all should be able to use outside of the Braxtons. Common sense. Wait a minute. We doing all this tripping and point blaming. That's a red flag. Why didn't she leave you whatever you so mad about? Why didn't she? The writings are on the wall, baby. All you got to do is read them. But I guess sometimes on the cool, I feel like sometimes y'all don't even want to. And I ain't gonna say I get it, but I guess. I just feel like y'all should know that it's okay to love y'all sons, extend them grace. It's okay to allow them to cry, allow them to show emotion, and allow them to feel that feeling. If they want to come and get up under y'all as a mother and lay on y'all, allow all of that, because at the end of the day, that is going to stay with them. Stuff like that, they won't ever forget. And that helps them be more understanding to women when they get older. You follow what I'm saying? That helps them with understanding how to love a woman, because they watch their mother show them love. That's a of love you learn from your mama. I feel like me, my siblings, the way that we are, when people say stuff like, y'all mama be kissing y'all on y'all cheeks and saying y'all are her babies, and why y'all mama be doing it? All my mama knew is love. And I can say that about my whole family. All they know is love. They know how to love on us, all of my cousins. I can honestly say that. They are my aunties and them. I can honestly say that no matter what we go through, they are extremely loving. I cannot say not one of my grandmother's kids and my uncles either that don't show this same type of love that my mom shows to us, to their kids. Like, that's something I would give my grandmother, that she made sure she loved all of my mom and all of her siblings, because they literally show that same type of love to us. Like, and even my cousins that have had kids and stuff like that, you could tell we all got it passed down from my grandmother, because they love on their kids that way. It's okay. It's not a bad thing. Like, it's not a bad thing. I want y'all to know that. It's not a bad thing. It's okay to love and allow your son to feel loved and that you care. That's not babying. I just don't think that some women understand the amount of turmoil that brings your son and these men once they step out into the real world and have to deal with reality. It kind of reminds me of that clip of Jada Waiter's sister on that video when he was crying, and she was saying, I don't know why he be doing all of that. He ain't no girl who doing all that crying. Baby, ooh, that's sad, y'all. It's sad. And I know some people may have never been taught to love like this, so it's hard for them to even show that. But baby, if that's the case, it's time to break the chains. Break that cycle, baby. Please. That's it, y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching. Drop down in the comments. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about all of this. I really do appreciate y'all for support. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, make sure that you got your notifications turned on so you can be notified whenever I drop another banger like this. Love y'all. I love y'all. I do. Peace.
Yeah.